Good morning, bears. It's Miss Katie, as you know. So today is kind of a bittersweet day. This is the last day that I'll be getting to teach you from home. So sweet because I'm slowly getting back into the classroom with some of you, but bitter because, man, change is so hard, but that's okay. So we get better, we learn, we grow, and we make the best of it. And I hope these past couple months that you have been able to make the best of it as well. I've learned a lot, and I hope you have too. But I am super, super beyond excited to get to slowly see some of you. And just to let you know, starting next week, some of our bears will slowly be coming back into the classroom. Not everybody at once, maybe a couple here and a couple there, because times are a little different right now and things are going to look a little different. But starting next week, you will start seeing videos from the classroom. All right, and you'll see Miss Michelle and Miss Mimi and myself. So slowly things will look a little bit like you used to know them, which is really exciting. So anyways, no tears, we're okay. But anyways, let's get things started with a little Go Noodle. I racked my brain and thought about, what is a Go Noodle that the bears like to do? And I thought of melting. All right, one of our most popular ones. We like to get out of our seats and just melt down to the ground and get our brains ready for learning what we have to learn today. So here we go.
Melting, melting, melting. We all have those moments when we freeze. We can't move. We can't think. But with practice, we can get good at melting that frozen feeling. Let's freeze up and then melt. Stand up in a spot with a little space around you. Cross your arms and hold your shoulders with your hands. Carefully tuck your chin down and in. Tighten as many muscles in your body as you can. Let your body be frozen, like an ice statue. Feet tight, legs tense, belly tight, shoulders up. Now, even make a frozen face. Close your eyes, your mouth, your jaw, tight. Feeling frozen? Really still? Now, little by little, begin to melt. Let your chin stay low as your face softens and melts. Your jaw opens slightly, your eyes blink open, just a little. Your mouth and cheeks melt and feel soft. You're melting. Let your shoulders melt and go down. Hands let go. Arms glide down to your sides, melting. Let your legs melt too. Soften and bend. Melt. Try to melt all the way to the floor. Down, down, down. Let yourself be a blob, a puddle on the floor. Melted all the way to soft. Exhale long. Once frozen and tight, and now melted, a little more at ease. Let's do it again. This time, choose your own frozen statue. Be creative. Freeze your arms. Freeze your legs. Freeze your face. Make a funny face if you'd like. Freeze there. Tighten. Freeze, freeze, freeze. You're frozen. Close your eyes or keep them open. Stay frozen for just one more moment. Ready to melt? One icy part of you at a time begins to melt. Face, eyes, jaw, head, chin goes down, shoulders drop, fingers soften and droop, hands too, arms float down. You are melting. Let your legs allow you to melt down to the floor. Melt, 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 droop, settle, and rest. Melted. Try to feel at ease here, soft. Check in on your body. Is any area still frozen? Notice that tightness. Melt it if you wish. Rest here. Breathe. Eyes are open or closed. Next time you feel frozen, in your mind or in your body, try to melt it away.
Okay. How about that? Hey, looky there. We got to finish a whole line of Go Noodles. We have done 10 out of 10. Look at that. It took us a whole 2 months to get there. I don't know how that happened, but here we go. Let's see. Oogles Fitzamon just gained a level. Are you ready to go to the transmigrifier? Let's do this. Pretty cool. Hey, let's go. Okay, so let me stop this share. Here we are. Okay, so now that we've got some peace into our morning, I hope you enjoyed the melting quite a bit. And now let's jump into things about outer space. And today we're going to be talking about the sun. But kind of before we do that, as I had been doing this week, I have an interesting space fact for you. Okay, so we all know what a footprint is. Okay, imagine you're walking through some mud or some sand or something wet and then step on the sidewalk. Your foot leaves a print, a mark, all right, that you can look back on and be like, hey, I stepped over there. So imagine footprints on the moon. Do you think a footprint on the moon will go away or just stay there? What do you think? Well, listen to this. The footprints on the moon will be there for 100 million years. That's much longer than we will be here. The moon has no atmosphere, which means there is no wind to erode the surface and no water to wash the footprints away. This means the footprints of the astronauts, along with spacecraft prints, that means when the spacecraft landed on the moon, it left some marks, will be there for millions of years. So what that's saying is nothing is up there on the moon to wipe away or wash away the footprints. They're just going to be stuck there. There's no wind to brush it away. There's no animals to walk over it. There's no water to wash it away, right? It's there. So pretty cool. All righty, well, let's look at this video here all about the sun. I wonder what you know about the sun. Do you know a lot? Do you know a little? Should we look at it? No, never look at the sun. Okay, make sure you know that. Even with sunglasses on, don't even look at the sun because it'll hurt your eyes and then we'll have some issues. So let's watch this.
It rises in the morning, giving light to the land below it. It sets in the evening, leaving the world in darkness. It even provides the heat and energy necessary for life to survive on Earth. You know what I'm talking about, the sun. Because it is so important to us, the sun has been studied and observed since ancient times. Astronomers today still study it and are constantly learning new things about the sun, the center of the solar system. The sun is a star, not so different from the stars that can be seen in the night sky. It may look different, but that is because the sun is many times closer to us than any other star, which allows us to see how hot and bright it is. The sun may be close to us compared to other stars, but it is still very far from the Earth, about 93 million miles or 150 million kilometers away. Although the sun is so far away, it only takes sunlight about 8 minutes to reach the Earth because light travels so fast. Because the sun is so far away, however, it seems much smaller than it really is, more than 100 times the width of the Earth. The sun is so large that if it were empty, more than 1,000,000 Earths could fit inside. The sun is the largest object in the solar system. In fact, if you collected everything in the solar system, including the sun, the planets and dwarf planets, comets, asteroids, and moons, the sun would account for more than 99% of it, with everything else adding up to less than 1% of the solar system. As far as stars go, however, the sun is average or even small in size. It is called a yellow dwarf, and there are billions of stars like it in the Milky Way. Like other stars, the sun is made of gases, mostly hydrogen, with a little helium, and only traces of other elements. These gases are held together by the sun's gravity, which creates such intense heat and pressure that it causes nuclear fusion, a process in which hydrogen atoms fuse to create helium at its core. The sun's core is about 27 million degrees Fahrenheit or 15 million degrees Celsius. By the time heat from the sun's core reaches its surface, temperatures have dropped considerably. The surface of the sun is only about 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit or 5,500 degrees Celsius. Unlike the Earth, the sun does not have a solid surface. You may be surprised to learn that the sun's gassy surface is not calm and quiet. Instead, the sun is constantly moving and changing, with sunspots, or dark patches of cooler temperatures, and solar flares, or eruptions of high-energy radiation, frequently marking its surface. All of the planets in the solar system, including the Earth, orbit around the sun. In turn, the solar system orbits around the center of the galaxy in which we live, the Milky Way. It only takes the Earth 1 year to complete an orbit around the sun, but scientists estimate that it will take the sun about 230 million years to complete an orbit of the galaxy. Since ancient times, humans have understood how important the sun is for life on Earth. Without the energy provided by the sun's radiation, the Earth would be dark, cold, and uninhabitable. Although it has been studied for thousands of years, there is still much to learn about the sun. I hope you enjoyed learning about the sun, the center of our solar system.
And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed learning about the sun as well. Lots and lots of fascinating facts about that. Like, did you know that it takes like 8 minutes for light to travel from the sun to Earth? Okay, light doesn't just come on and off; it actually travels, like a car down the street. It takes a moment to get there, but very, very fast. So don't think it's something slow. Very fast. 8 minutes to travel, what was it, 9 million miles away? Pretty far. Pretty far. So anyways, all right, bears. Well, that is it for today. That is it for this week. And that's kind of it for for the past couple months. All right. So, like I said, next time you see me, I will be in the classroom. Okay. And I can't wait for that to happen. And like I said, to slowly start seeing some of you coming back a little bit at a time. So, all right, so with that said, let's sign off one last time, wishing each other well. Put your hands on your heart. Okay, and here we go. We wish you well, we wish you well. All through the day, we wish you well. All right, bye, bears.